Most people today think they are free. They are not. They are dressed prisoners, chained not by iron, but by opinions, fears, desires, and the desperate need to be liked. And if that sentence made you uncomfortable, good. Because Epictetus would say that discomfort is the first sign you are touching the truth. Because Epictetus understood one brutal rule of existence that society refuses to teach you. You are not disturbed by events, you are disturbed by your judgments about them. And the moment you hear that, the ego revolts. Because it means your suffering is not heroic, it's self-inflicted. You think your anxiety comes from your job, your anger from your partner, your depression from society. Epictetus says, wrong. It comes from your belief that these things should be different. Here is the core of Epictetus's philosophy, and if you miss this, you miss everything. Some things are in your control, and some things are not. That's it. Simple, ruthless, unforgiving. And modern people fail at this distinction every single day. You control your judgments, you control your values, you control your actions. You do not control people, you do not control outcomes, you do not control reputation, you do not control death. Yet modern life is built on obsessing over what you cannot control. Social media trains you to crave approval, careers train you to fear loss, relationships train you to cling. And Epictetus looks at all of it and says, you have chosen slavery. Because the moment you say, I need this to be happy, you have handed over your freedom. Think about your phone, notifications, likes, views, messages, silence. When someone doesn't reply, your mood shifts. When a post doesn't perform, your confidence drops. When someone criticizes you, your identity shakes. Epictetus would call this pathetic, not as an insult, but as a diagnosis. You have attached your peace to external things, and anything external can be taken from you, which means your peace is temporary by design. Now let's talk about the part people avoid, the part Epictetus never softened. Death. Modern society treats death like a glitch in the system, something to distract yourself from, something hospitals hide, something entertainment mocks, something philosophy avoids unless it can romanticize it. Epictetus does the opposite. He drags death into the room and makes you stare at it until your illusions collapse. He says, you are immortal. Everything you love is mortal. Act accordingly. That's not pessimism. That's clarity. You love your partner? Then remember they can die. You love your body? It will decay. You love your status? It will disappear. You love your youth? It is already leaving. And here's the twist. Epictetus says that remembering death does not weaken life. It sharpens it. Because when you truly accept death, fear loses its leverage. Why are you afraid to speak honestly? Why are you afraid to leave a job you hate? Why are you afraid to be disliked? Because you're pretending you have unlimited time. Epictetus would tell you, you don't. And the moment you internalize that, cowardice becomes embarrassing. Imagine two people. One lives as if they'll live forever. They tolerate disrespect. They delay action. They chase comfort. They avoid conflict. They live in someday. The other remembers death daily. They choose their words carefully. They waste nothing. They don't beg for approval. They don't delay courage. Which one is free? Epictetus says death is not the enemy. The fear of death is. And that fear is manufactured by attachment. You fear death because you think you are your possessions. You fear death because you think you are your reputation. You fear death because you think you are your body. Epictetus dismantles this illusion completely. He says, you are not your body. You are not your role. You are not your circumstances. You are your faculty of choice. That's it. Your body can be chained. Your wealth can vanish. Your status can collapse. Your life can end. But your judgments, only you can corrupt those. Now apply this to modern life. You lose your job. The modern reaction: panic, shame, identity collapse. Epictetus's reaction: was my character harmed? No? Then nothing essential was lost. Your relationship ends. Modern reaction: bitterness, victimhood, obsession. Epictetus: did I act with virtue? Yes. Then I lost nothing of value. Someone insults you online. Modern reaction: rage, retaliation, sleepless nights. Epictetus: if their words are true, I should improve. If false, why am I disturbed? This is not emotional numbness. This is emotional discipline. And discipline feels threatening in a world addicted to indulgence. Epictetus demands responsibility at a level most people cannot tolerate, because it leaves no room for excuses. You are unhappy? Then examine your judgments. You are angry? Then examine your expectations. You are afraid? Then examine what you are clinging to. And this is where Epictetus becomes confrontational, because he tells you that no one is coming to save you. Not society, not politics, not motivation, not therapy alone. Freedom is an internal conquest, and death is the ultimate test of that freedom. Epictetus trained his students to rehearse loss, not as negativity, but as preparation. He would say, "Kiss your loved ones and whisper to yourself, 'This is immortal.'" Not to detach from love, but to purify it. Because love without attachment is fearless. You stop demanding permanence from temporary things. You stop asking life to guarantee comfort. You stop bargaining with reality. And when death eventually comes, because it will, you meet it without panic. Epictetus said, "I must die, but must I die screaming?" That line alone exposes modern weakness. We scream when plans change. We scream when comfort disappears. We scream when reality refuses to obey us. Epictetus teaches you to stand upright even in collapse, to lose without self-pity, to suffer without self-betrayal, to die without fear. And here's the truth no algorithm will tell you. This philosophy is not popular because it makes people ungovernable. A person who does not fear death cannot be manipulated. A person who controls their judgments cannot be enslaved. A person who accepts loss cannot be threatened. This is why Stoicism isn't comfort content, it's war training. So ask yourself, honestly, what owns you? Approval? Money? Pleasure? Security? The illusion of time? Epictetus would tell you, whatever you fear losing owns you. And freedom begins the moment you loosen your grip. You are not here to be entertained by philosophy. You are here to be transformed by it. If this hits something deep, then you already know. This isn't the end. This is the beginning. Subscribe to Stoic Gateway, because this channel exists to strip illusions, sharpen the mind, and forge inner freedom in a world designed to weaken you. And watch the next video, where we go even deeper into ancient wisdom that modern society is terrified for you to understand.